Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mukam karati vachalam pungam langayati grim jat kripatamam vande Sri Guru Tinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Saram Hari Om Tasya. Hare Krishna. So today we will discuss from Srimad Bhagavad-Gita, second chapter, verse number 67 and 68. Indriyanam hi charatam yan mano anuvidiyate tadasya harati prajñām vayor nabam evam ambasi indriyanam hi charatam yan mano anuvidiyate tadasya harati prajñām vayor nabam eva ambasi indriyanam hi charatam yan mano anuvidiyate tadasya harati prajñām vayor nabam eva ambasi yan mano anuvidiyate tadasya harati prajñām vayor nabam eva ambasi indriyanam hi charatam yan mano anuvidiyate tadasya harati prajñām vayor nabam eva ambasi indriyanam hi charatam yan mano anuvidiyate tadasya harati prajñām vayor nabam eva ambasi. Mataji, please. Indriyanam hi charatam yan mano anuvidiyate tadasya harati prajñām vayor nabam eva ambasi. Synonyms. Indriyanam, of the senses. He, certainly. Charatam, while roaming. Yat, with which. Manaha, the mind. Anuvidiyate, becomes constantly engaged. Tat, that. Asya, his. Harati, takes away. Prajñām, intelligence. Vayu, wind. Nabam, a boat. Eva, like. Ambasi, on the water. Translation. As a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence. Please repeat after me. As a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence. Srila Prabhupada Purport. Unless all of the senses are engaged in the service of the Lord, even one of them engaged in sense gratification can deviate the devotee from the path of transcendental advancement. As mentioned in the life of Maharaj Ambarish, all of the senses must be engaged in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, for that is the correct technique for controlling the mind. Verse number 68. tasmād mahā-bāho nigṛhītāni sarvaśaḥ indriyāṇīndriyārthebhyaস tasya prajñā pratiṣṭhitā. Synonyms: tasmāt, therefore, yasya, whose, mahā-bāho, O mighty armed one, nigṛhītāni, so carved down, sarvaśaḥ, all around, indriyāṇi, the senses, indriya-arthebhyaḥ, from sense objects, tasya, his, prajñā, intelligence, pratiṣṭhitā, fixed. Translation. Therefore, O mighty armed, one whose senses are restrained from their objects is certainly of steady intelligence. Srila Prabhupada Purport. One can curb the forces of sense gratification only by means of Kṛṣṇa consciousness, or engage all the senses in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. As enemies are curbed by superior force, the senses can similarly be curbed not by any human endeavor, but only by keeping them engaged in the service of the Lord. One who has understood this, that only by Kṛṣṇa consciousness is one really established in intelligence, and that one should practice this art under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, is called sādhaka, or a suitable candidate for liberation. In Gita Mahatma, it is mentioned that those who daily read second chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, he will quickly attain his goal, will not feel more thirst or hunger, will attain complete peace, very quickly attain the mercy of Lord Kṛṣṇa, very quickly will attain complete knowledge of Lord Kṛṣṇa. He will attain the lotus feet of Lord Kṛṣṇa and devotion to Lord Kṛṣṇa. This second chapter, Srimad Bhagavad-Gita, verse number 54 to 72, it is for the Sthita Prajñā devotee, the qualities of liberated soul, Jivan Mukta devotee. So in the previous chapter, chapter 1, Sanjay concluded that Arjuna was not inclined to fight. That made Dhritarashtra joyful that Pandavas would be renouncing the kingdom. But in this second chapter, Sanjay seeing Dhritarashtra hopeful of not losing the kingdom for his sons. So Sanjay, he began to describe to Dhritarashtra how Kṛṣṇa inspired Arjuna to fight. So verse number 68, Srila Prabhupada mentioned, if one want to understand the spiritual knowledge, he should approach to spiritual master. By spiritual master mercy, one can understand this spiritual knowledge, otherwise not possible. There are two kinds of knowledge, material knowledge and spiritual knowledge. Spiritual knowledge we can get only by the mercy of the spiritual master, Guru and Krishna's mercy. So Madhavacharya, he points out that Vidya karmani cha sada guru prapta phalapradaha annatha naiva phalapradaha prasanna ukta phalapradaha. One must receive all kind of mantras from a bona fide spiritual master. Otherwise, the mantras will not be fruitful. This is also indicated Srimad Bhagavad-Gita 4.34. Tat vidhi pranipratena pariprasnena savaya upatakshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattadarshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. All mantras should be received through the authorized guru, and the disciple must satisfy the guru in all respect after surrendering at his lotus feet. In the Padma Purana, it is also said that Sampradaya Bihina ye mantra te nisfala mataha. There are 4 sampradayas or disciplic successions, namely the Brahma Sampradaya, the Rudra Sampradaya, the Sri Sampradaya, and the Kumar Sampradaya. If one wants to advance in spiritual power, one must receive his mantra from one of these bona fide sampradayas. Otherwise, he will never successfully achieve in spiritual life. One should come through the disciplic succession, chain of disciplic succession. So Srimad Bhagavatam 10.1.4, that is one verse, it is mentioned that Nivritta tasya rupagiyo manat, Nivritta tasya rupagiyo manat, Bhava osada chhatramana obiramat, Ka uttama sloka guna anubadat, Puman virajyat bina pashugnat. Glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is performed in the Parampara system. That is, it is conveyed from spiritual master to disciple. Such glorification is released by those no longer interested in the false, temporary cosmic description of this cosmic manifestation. Descriptions of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, who will choose hearing such glorification of the Lord, except a butcher or one who is killing his own self? One should hear this Kṛṣṇa Katha, Krishna's instruction. This Srimad Bhagavad-Gita is Lord Krishna's instruction to Arjuna. Lord Krishna is speaking to his dear friend to Arjuna. And Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna and his devotees' pastimes. That pastime we should hear from the disciplic succession, in the chain of disciplic succession. Then it will reveal from our heart. Otherwise not possible. Milk is pure. If poisonous snake put his mouth in the milk, that milk immediately become poison. We should receive mantra from the bona fide sampradaya. Then it will affect in our heart. So this Srimad Bhagavad-Gita verse number 67 and 68, this is actually for how to we control our senses. Roop, Ras, Shabda, Sparsha and Gandha. Roop means beauty. Ras means nectar. Ras. Roop, Ras, Shabda means hearing something sweet word. Roop, Ras, Shabda, Sparsha. Sparsha means touching. And Gandha is smelling. 5 senses. How one can control these 5 senses? So Prahlad Maharaj says, that Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pado Sevanam Archanam Bandhanam Dasam Shakham Atma Nivedanam Iti Pungsar Pita Vishnu Bhakti-yoga Navalakshanaha. So Prahlad Maharaj said, hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia and pastimes of Lord Vishnu, remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming his servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, and surrendering everything unto him. In other words, serving him with the body, mind and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Kṛṣṇa through these 9 processes, 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5. Verse number 23 and 24. So, this 9 process, Parikshit Maharaj, he attained salvation simply by hearing Krishna Katha. And Sri Shukdev Goswami attained salvation simply by chanting Krishna Katha. And Prahlad Maharaj attained salvation by remembering the Lord. And the goddess of fortune Lakshmi Devi, she attained perfection by worshipping the Lord's lotus feet. Prithu Maharaj attained salvation by worshipping the deity of the Lord. Akrur attained salvation by offering prayers. Hanuman by rendering service. Arjun by establishing friendship with the Lord. And Bali Maharaj by offering everything to the service of the Lord. All these great devotees served the Lord according to a particular process. But every one of them attained salvation and became eligible to return home back to Godhead. This is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. When Vamandev came to Bali Maharaj, Bali Maharaj wanted to serve him. So kindly tell me, how can I serve you? And Lord Vamandev, he required only 3 pad bhumi. So Lord Vamandev, he put his first step, he captured earthly planet. And second step, he captured from Pataloka to Brahmaloka. So first step, he put his feet. First step, he captured earthly planet. What is this significance? What is the this is indicate? First step. First step, he control the body. And second step, he control mind. Within our mind, we can travel up to Brahmaloka. First step, body. Second step, mind. And third step, why Lord will put that for third step? No, have nothing. Then Boliram Maharaj said, my dear Lord, I have not nothing, only accept me. I am giving myself to you. He surrendered himself, Atma Samarpan. He put like this, surrendering. So, body, mind and soul. Right? So, one should surrender unto Lord's lotus feet with his body, mind and soul. When Sannyas takes sannyas initiation, he become a Tridandi Sannyasi. Body, mind and soul, he is serving the Lord. He dedicated his life for Lord's service, his entire life. Sannyasi should not stay in one place more than 3 days. In Vrindavan, Six Goswamis, they stay under a tree not more than 3 days. Every day they change the place because of attraction. Sorry? Yes, every night, they change these places. So these 9 processes, who follow together? Ambarish Maharaj. So Ambarish Maharaj, he came to Vrindavan, he performed Ekadashi Vrata in Madhuban forest. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came Vrindavan during his Bhajamandi Parikrama, first he had visited Keshavdev temple in Vrindavan, Mathura. And next day he had visited Madhuban, Talban, Kumudban. First forest, Madhuban. Madhuban, Talban, Kumudban. Then Bahulaban. Then Govardhan. He discovered Radhakund and Shyamkund. Then after that he continued his Govardhan Parikrama. From Govardhan he went to Kambavan. From Kambavan to Nandashan mountain, Nandagaon. From there Khadirban, Bandirban, Bhadraban, Lohaban, Vrindavan, Mahaban. In this way he did his Parikrama. And every Kartik, Gauriya Vaishnavas, devotees, they follow the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's footsteps. So, Ambarish Maharaj, he performed his Ekadashi Vrata in Mahaban, where Dhruva Maharaj performed his austerities. Dhruva Maharaj, he left his home, he went to forest for become greater than his father. Right? And Narad Maharaj met with him and he gave him mantra. You should chant this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, after he left the place. So, when Lord Kṛṣṇa appeared in this earthly planet, before appearing, Kamsa killed his 6 sons from Devaki's womb, right? When they born, immediately he killed them. Actually, he killed his own child. In previous life, he was Kalnemi demon. And he had 6 sons. And that 6 sons was worshipping Lord Brahma. And they were cursed that all of you should be killed by your father. And next life, Kamsa killed his 6th son. This 6th son is Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mad and Matsarja. After that, Balaram appeared. And Lord Balaram, just he touched Devaki's womb and he was transferred to Rohini's womb. Just he touched. He did not stay in Devaki's womb. Why? Because Balaram is serving Lord Kṛṣṇa. And Balaram is the Guru Tattva. Guru's duty is his disciple all Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mad, Matsarya clean. After give the mantra, I am giving you the mantra. Now you install the deity in your heart. You install Radha Kṛṣṇa in your heart and you worship Radha Kṛṣṇa from your heart. Yogis, they meditate Lord within their mind. And devotee, they meditate Lord within their heart. That's why spiritual master give initiation from his heart to his devotee's heart. This is the chain of disciplic succession. This is the process. So, this Ambarish Maharaj, he was performing his Ekadashi Vrata in Madhuban forest. And Durvasa Rishi came. He offered obeisances, required him, please stay in my house. You can stay with us and break the fasting together. And Durvasa Rishi, he went to Jamuna for taking bath. And he was in Samadhi mood. In different time that fasting is going, time is going to over. Then his minister told, at least you drink some water. If you drink water, you cannot break your fasting. And he drank the water. And within his mystic power, Durvasa Rishi understood that Maharaj drank water. Immediately he became envious. This is the difference. Yogi and devotee. Devotee always tolerate. We are practicing Krishna consciousness, we become devotee, we change our dress, Kanthi mala tilak. Actually we become humble, we become tolerable, we tolerate other devotee. If they say something, immediately we become angry, we become envious. So Srila Prabhupada says, unless one is Krishna conscious, it is not at all possible to control the senses. The great sage Durvasa Muni picked a quarrel with Maharaj Ambarish, and Durvasa Muni unnecessarily became angry out of pride and therefore could not check his senses. On the other hand, the king Ambarish Maharaj, he was not a yogi, he was not a sage on that level, but he was a devotee of Lord Vishnu. Silently he tolerated the sage's injustice, and thereby he emerged victorious. Due to our previous life karma, we are suffering in this material life. Tatte anukampam susamiksamano bhunjana abo atma kritam vipakam. Tatte anukampam susamiksamano bhunjano abo atma kritam vipakam. Ridbhagava purvir vidadhano namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadaya bhak. My dear Lord, one who is earnestly waits for you to bestow your costless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reaction of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances, it is surely eligible for him for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. We are suffering in this material world and we are offering our respect to the Lord. But we understood we are suffering due to our past misdeeds, past bad karma. By devotee's mercy, we understood this is the right path to surrender unto Lord Lotus feet through the disciplic succession, through the Guru. Lord Kṛṣṇa directly, he never give bhakti. He give bhakti through his devotee. Lord become more happy when he sees one serving his devotees, who is totally surrendered at his lotus feet. Then Lord become happy. .10.24.11 Lord Kṛṣṇa, he was telling to his father Nanda Maharaj, my dear father, for what purpose you worship Lord Indra? Everyone suffering in this material world due to his past misdeeds. So many people going to this Brahmana, that Brahmana, this astrologer, that astrologer. Please see why I am suffering. Why a lot of trouble come in my life. And they are telling do this puja, that puja. By worshipping demigod, one no can remove his karma. For few moments they can remove the karma, but you will be postponed to next life. You can see 10.24.11 number verse. Karma Mīmaṁsa philosophy Lord Kṛṣṇa given to his father. Maharaj Ambarish, he always engaged his mind in meditating upon the lotus feet of Lord Kṛṣṇa, and his work in describing the glories of the Lord, his hands in cleansing the Lord's temple, and his ears in hearing the words spoken by Kṛṣṇa or about Kṛṣṇa. He engaged his eyes in seeing the deity of Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa's temple, Kṛṣṇa's places like Mathura and Vrindavan. Right? He performed his austerity in Madhuban forest in Vrindavan Dham. He engaged his senses of touch in touching the bodies of the Lord's devotees. When devotee meet with other devotees, they should do pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhyaya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. After hug them. If he is senior, do pranam. If he is equal, then hug him. That is also level. He engaged his senses of smelling the fragrance of tulsi offered to the Lord, and he engaged his tongue in tasting the Lord's prasadam. By Sadhu Guru Vaishnava's mercy, we became a devotee. We are practicing Krishna consciousness, but we did not change our taste. When we were traveling, just last week I went to Jaipur. There is no any restaurant where we can eat without onion and garlic. Some devotee went with me. They saw that kebab, grill, chicken grill. They remembering that. Prabhu, we can eat that soya with masala, with the stick, fry and eat. It feeling like that. He did not forget. It is not possible, immediately forget. Spiritual master says, you should not eat it. You should not see this. Don't do this, don't do that. By artificial process, it is not possible to control the senses. That's why we are giving Mahaprasadam. Paneer, sabji, vegetable palau, nice slice pakoda, paratha. Like this way, we can control our tongue. So one is telling, now I become a devotee, I should not see any beautiful dress woman. If some beautiful woman go this way, you can control your eyes? No. Immediately you see her. I will go to Himalaya, I will do the tapasya. I will not eat this, I will not eat that. No, it is not possible. What Ambarish Maharaj did, we should follow his footsteps. He was seeing Lord Krishna's beauty. In this Krishna Balaram temple, you can see Lord Krishna Balaram, Gaur Nitai, Radha Shyam Sundar with Lalita Vishakha. Like this way, you can control our eyes. We have 9 holes in our body. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, mouth, yes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Very important hole is the mouth. He has 2 functions. What is that function? Eating and speaking. He eats so many nonsense things. He is speaking so many nonsense things. When he wake up, gossiping, and best others. These people did like this. Why he did like this? Eating so many nonsense things. Srila Prabhupada says, should not eat except Krishna Prasadam. Don't talk anything except Krishna Katha. Like this way, we can control our this whole. Our tongue is always vibrating. We can engage our tongue by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Like this way, we can engage our tongue. And this mobile is second wife and second husband in our life. When we go to sleep, without this phone, we could not sleep. When we wake up, we see this phone, email, WhatsApp, this, that. We should keep this phone when we sleep in the almari. It is true, Prabhu? I am telling from my personal experience, Prabhu. I also did like this. After I realized I should not do this, then before going to sleep, I put in almari, in the drawer. And morning time I wake up, take bath, tilak, come to temple chanting japa. Bhagavatam Katha, go back to home. We should follow the regulative life. Krishna consciousness devotee means regulative life. Before Krishna consciousness and after Krishna consciousness, just think. Before Krishna consciousness, we was irregulative life. Yes, we had irregulative life. After Krishna consciousness, we become regulated. Time, we are following the time. Krishna consciousness devotee means always punctual. Follow the time. 4:10 Prabhupada Arati, 4:30 main temple Arati, and then 5:30 Japa, 7:15 Darshan Arati, 7:30 Guru Puja, 8 o'clock Bhagavatam, 9 o'clock Prasadam. We should follow the system. Then our life becomes successful. If we do not follow the system, our life becomes hellish planet. Lord Kṛṣṇa, He is always compassionate of the fallen soul and His servant and His devotees also. Devotees of Lord Kṛṣṇa are also interested in educating the entire populace in Krishna consciousness. The mistake of materialistic life is understood by devotees. Devotees understand what is materialistic life, what is spiritual life. By practicing, they realize this. That therefore they smile upon it. When they see these materialistic people living like this way, they smile because he had experience. He came out from this situation. And considering it insignificant, he considered this is insignificant, what they are doing. Out of compassion, such devotees preach the gospel of Bhagavad-Gita all over the world. The flame of a fire covered by the walls of a pot. When we light one lamp in the room, have wall, you see, it's got a wall, that light no can go outside. It is covered by the wall. Or like a person who has knowledge but cannot distribute it to the world for the benefit of human society. You have knowledge but you are not distributing for helping others. What will be the result if you do not distribute your knowledge? Huh? Yes. So, Srila Prabhupada says, knowledge is meant for distribution. Although there is already much scientific knowledge, whenever scientists or philosophers awaken to a particular type of knowledge, they try to distribute it throughout the world. For otherwise, the knowledge gradually dies up and no one benefits from it. India has the knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita, but unfortunately, for some reason or other, this sublime knowledge of the science of God was not distributed throughout the world, although it is meant for all of human society. Therefore, Kṛṣṇa himself appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and ordered all Indians to take up the cause of distributing the knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita throughout the entire world. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, যারে দেখো তারে কহ কৃষ্ণ উপদেশ আমার আজ্ঞায় গুরু হইয়া তারও এই দেশ. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he instructs everyone to follow the order of the Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa as they are given in Bhagavad-Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land. And ISKCON doing this thing. Everyone when receive initiation, you should take the responsibility. You should help your family members. You should help your society. You should help your city. Then country to country, village to village. Like this way, we should save our life and help others. This Bhagavad-Gita knowledge, although previously has the sublime, although previously there were attempts to distribute the knowledge, Bhagavad-Gita, this attempt involved distortion, not proper way, and compromise with mundane knowledge. So many mundane philosopher, they write Bhagavad-Gita within their mind, not from the parampara. And they distributing Bhagavad-Gita with this mundane way. And Srila Prabhupada, he preached this Krishna consciousness movement. He preached Bhagavad Gita knowledge in Srimad Bhagavatam through the disciplic succession. And his disciple also following the footsteps of the disciplic succession. And people are deriving the benefit of awakening to Krishna consciousness and becoming devotee of Lord Krishna. Therefore, the proper distribution of knowledge has begun, by which not only will the whole world benefit, but India's glory will be magnified in human society. All people will respect India. India has the knowledge. So, Ambarish Maharaj, he engages all the senses by serving Lord Krishna in the 9 process. So, before I have told that, very important hole is the tongue, mouth, right? So, as long as one in the material world, there is always the possibility of good and evil, because this world is full of duality. To live within this material world, one must face many dangers. For example, undesirable food poses a danger to health, and therefore one must give up such food. So how one can give up such food? Okay. By taking Mahaprasad, one can control his tongue. So Srila Prabhupada says, our policy is tat paratana nirmalam. Sarva upadi vinirimaktam tat paratana nirmalam rishikayano rishikasya sevanam bhakti rucchate. Tat paratana nirmalam. We should purify our senses. How? So our policy is that tat paratana nirmalam, we can purify the activities of the senses being engaged in Krishna consciousness. Then senses will not disturb us. If we want to control the senses, we have to control the tongue first of all. Then we will be able to control other senses very easily. So we give tongue the engagement of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And for tasting Krishna prasadam, we will find that our other senses are already controlled. This is the key of controlling our senses, the tongue. And if we give privilege and indulgence to the tongue, we will never be able to control other senses. This is the key. Eating Krishna prasad, chanting Krishna katha. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments? Hare Krishna.
Controlling the tongue. I want to ask you, who is the controlling deity of the tongue? There are 33 demigods.
Every joint has the deity, different deities.
Yes.
But if we surrender to Krishna, automatically other senses will be controlled. But who is control of this deity? I don't know this deity's name, Prabhu. Please forgive me.
Another thing, just like we should be compassionate to everyone. Every day morning we are
Yes, Prabhu.
provinces. But are we compassionate to others? To living entity, we say, we are not compassionate to devotee. We have enmity, we have jealousy. That thing doesn't go. Even we are chanting regularly, even though we are entering Mungalati program, listening Bhagavad-Gita, but still those things are not going from the mind. What is the problem and how is the way that we should promote?
So last month we was hearing Kaliya's pastime in temple Bhagavatam. So we heard from senior devotees, in previous life Kaliya was a great sadhu and he was doing his tapasya in his temple. And one day other sadhu came to associate with him. So I can get association from him and I can do also nice seva, nice tapasya. When that Kaliya saw that another sadhu came to his temple, he became very envious and angry. He told, this is my property, you should go out from here. He became envious. And other sadhu, he is a devotee. He told, he was very angry, you are very envious. You are nature like a snake, you should become a snake. Then next life he became a snake. We should not become envious to other devotee. Why we become envious to other devotee? Because of our previous life bad habit. Because of that we are associating devotee. But we are not controlling our senses. We become envious. Why? Because of our past misdeeds. We are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You have qualification to preach Krishna consciousness. You have this knowledge, but other so-called senior devotee will not give you permission to preach the Krishna consciousness because of this enviousness, because of this jealousness. Sarvaśaḥ, khalakura. There is two living entity, animal snake and man animal. Animal snake you can control, you can subdue by some mantras, but man animal snake you cannot subdue by any mantras. But we should learn from the Shastra. We should associate senior devotees who is actually helping mentality. We should learn from the Shastra. We should. This verse number 68. This is Shastra Chakshusha. This is very, very important verse 68. Shastra. From the Shastra Chakshusha we can see everything. Who is the control of the mind? Who is control of the senses? Mind. Right? Feeling, thinking, willing. And after that, intelligence. After that, soul, super soul. We should surrender Krishna. We should study book, Purport book. Purport, he gives us everything. We should study. That is called tapasya. By our intelligence, then we can understand, we can control ourselves. And we can save ourselves from that envious people, so-called devotees. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Is that clear, Prabhu?
Thank you, sir.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.